Yes, sir. Back at it for the final segment today. Gonna do a little quick rundown on some screeners that have been sent here lately for reviewage, guys. Gotta say, I had some schlocky good time with these. Gonna get the word out there for these companies that have been nice enough to send them to me for review as well. Good old coffee. On the inaugural podcast, what better way to start with some schlocky horror movies than the Puppetmaster series? That's right, guys. I do believe there are quite a few more than the first three, but if you will get out there to your local stores, Wally Mart, Kmart, there's a full moon fest of the original Puppetmaster, Puppetmaster 2, and Puppetmaster 3 in a triple pack that is being released by Echo Bridge Entertainment. I took some time out about a month ago and watched all three of these. Gotta say, the quality on a scale from 1 to 10 is probably somewhere around a 6 for these. Sound quality is pretty good. It's about a 7 or an 8. But guys, these are a lot of those films that came out during the big VHS boom of the 80s and 90s that I just kind of lost touch with the Puppet Master series. I can honestly say I've seen the first two beforehand, but I've never seen part 3. Now, you can't expect too much in the ways of a big-time action fest or big budget or big horror fest or anything like that. It's a killer doll movie. I mean, that's what these films are. Because you had Child's Play come out and kind of set the standard, then you had Puppet Master and all these films just, Dolls and all those films of the 80s that came out. And I don't know, they're just good fun every once in a while, especially around Halloween time. And it's nice to get these in a nice, neat little triple pack that you can save room on your shelf with. Doesn't cost a whole lot of money. I believe this set is somewhere between about $6 to $10, so you can get these relatively cheap at all your major stores. Basically, if you don't know the story about Puppet Masters, there is a Puppet Master by the name of Andre Tolan who created all these little monstrous crew of puppets that basically go around and do his bidding or kill people and that they don't like, and just all kinds of hijinks ensues. I'm not going into any great detail as far as reviewing the movies themselves because they're all done about the same way. What I like most, and especially about the first Puppet Master movie, what it does well is the point of view shots of the the puppets themselves as they run through the hallways and things like that. These are, I believe, based originally by Charles Band, ideas by Charles Band, and he executive produced these films for a while. And I don't know, they're just good schlocky fun. I say pick them up, guys, if you're wanting just something different to watch, or if you're a killer doll fanatic or a Child's Play fan. You'll probably enjoy these, and it's nice price to own. So, Echo Bridge Entertainment, thumbs up for that, for getting them all three, at least the first three in a little triple pack. It's a good, quick way to get these and watch them, have fun with around the holiday of Halloween, stuff like that. So, I say if you're into the killer doll scene or horror movie scene, pick these up. If you're not into horror movies or killer doll movies, I probably wouldn't run out and buy this. I'd probably go give it a Netflix on a couple of these, see if they're your cup of tea, then run to the store and buy them. So there again, Puppet Master 1, 2, and 3 put out by it's the Midnight Horror Collection by Echo Bridge Entertainment. Got some Shout Factory flicks here and a nice little triple feature, guys, as of recent. Of course, they're putting out a lot of these Roger Corman line of films, these Shout Factory. Thumbs up to these guys. They've done a really excellent job with a lot of these Roger Corman films. What's neat about this Sci-Fi Classics triple feature that I've got here is basically it encompasses the films of Attack of the Crab Monsters, Not of This Earth, the original, and War of the Satellites. The first two being an anamorphic widescreen. The third one, I believe, was shot in the original aspect ratio of 4:3, or full screen as we call it nowadays. It used to be called Open Matte or Academy Matte or whatever you want to call it. But all three of these movies, most notably, these were black and white films that were directed by the man himself, Roger Corman. I believe he not only directed them, but I think he did some production on them as well. Produced and directed by Roger Corman. There you go. Guys, I gotta say, it was nice to go back and see Roger Corman's own direction flavors of style of these old schlocky science fiction films. Attack of the Crab Monsters is hilarious, especially when you see the crab monsters themselves. Not of This Earth is interesting. Probably my favorite out of the triple pack is War of the Satellites. It's not even on a widescreen version of the film, but I enjoyed it all the most. It's just got that kind of Twilight Zone feel to the movie. Dick Miller shows up in a couple of these films, I believe, too. So I don't know, just good old school. If you're in the mood or in the market for some old black and white, old school science fiction cheese fest, I'd say pick this one up. This is not one of the most expensive sets, and you can get 3 features in it. What I like most about this, not only the War of the Satellites movie, but it has good special features with this triple pack. On the second disc, you've got a salute to Roger Corman, with new interviews from Roger Corman himself, Peter Fonda, Joe Dante, and many more people that came through the Roger Corman school. Audio commentaries on Attack of the Crab Monsters and Not of This Earth with Tom Weaver and Michael Brunas, authors of Universal Horrors. Also, most notably, you get a Roger Corman trailer collection in this set, guys, including over 25 trailers produced and directed by Roger Corman himself. So it's kind of like a Roger Corman trip down memory lane in this set. And what I really enjoyed as much as the films themselves is just sitting there watching all these old cheeseball trailers. I mean, these trailers will make you laugh. I mean, they're just so funny in some cases. They're like, I could, let's see, they've got a little insert in here that shows you the rundown on all the trailers. Titles themselves sell me on it. Tales of Terror, The Premature Burial, The Intruder, The Wild Angels, The Trip, Bloody Mama, Frankenstein Unbound. It gives you an idea of the type of trailers you're going to be watching. What I like most too about these Shout Factory DVDs, they're all uniform. They all look the same. They all don't look cheesy or cheap. You got the nice clear cases with reversible cover art. They're sturdy. They're not eco packaging for the most part that I've seen so far. And they have a uniform spine, so if you line them up on the shelf, your collection shelf, they'll all look the same, basically. But I say pick them up if you're in the market for old, or if you like old cheesy science fiction films and things of that nature. Something you can't really take real seriously. Old Saturday Serial kind of movies. I say pick this set up. It won't hurt your bank too bad. I think it's priced to sale somewhere between about $9 to $15. So you're getting a lot for your money in these. Pick them up, dudes. They're out there. Well, dudes, I think I'm going to say goodbye for today and kind of set a goal for the next show. I think next show ideas, we're probably going to dive into some horror favorites or something of that nature. I'll kind of weigh my choices and see what we got there, and hopefully one day, if the podcast carries on, I'm going to try to do more of some interviews with my fellow YouTubers, maybe some celebrities if I can get them on the line, that type of thing. I don't know if I've built up enough clout with the YouTube site yet to really drag a lot of celebrities into it. I'm not much of a convention goer because we just don't have them a whole lot down here in the Kakalakis, the Carolinas, so nothing really beyond small comic book conventions and science fiction fairs and stuff like that. So maybe if I get out to a horror convention one day, I can rope some of those guys and gals in. Of course, I'll do some DVD reviewage next time and some screeners if I get some in. Oh, in fact, I did get a screener. I've got the ever popular comedies of the 80s, Ernest Goes to Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail. Just got this one yesterday. It's a Blu-ray double feature screener. I'll probably try to review. I'm going to watch that and review it for the next podcast. So, and of course, shoot a video for it for YouTube as well. That's on the horizon. Also, guys, I wanted to kind of plug it while we're at it today. Let you guys know that if you want to, leave your comments on this video. I'm going to post this initial podcast on the B Junior's Movie Cave Facebook page in the videos section. Just go under photos and it has a videos section there. It'll probably have to be hacked up a couple different videos to house it because I think Facebook's restrictions is 20 minutes at a time, and I'm coming out to be around the 40-minute mark or somewhere around on this initial podcast. So till I get another place to house these, either on podcast.com or one of those other places, we'll leave it there for right now because it just feels like the right venue for my viewers. So if you want to, leave me a question on that video. I'll try to leave me a little blurb there that says question for next show or something like that so I'll know what you're wanting. Or better yet, let's do it this way. Leave the questions on the B Junior's Movie Cave Facebook wall, on the wall page, the main page. Leave your questions there, or comments, concerns, ideas for the next show. Man, well, who knows where it'll go from that point. And I'll try to answer your questions on the next show in a new segment. We'll do a mail, email, or a mail wall segment of some kind. I haven't named it yet, but we'll get into that next time. Take care, dudes. Hope you've enjoyed the initial inaugural podcast of B Junior's Movie Cave. More on the horizon, dudes. Take care. I'll see you next time. Rock on.